Wow, that was really fast. I'll have to edit that out. Hey, welcome to an episode of the Stay Till the Credits. My name is Sebastian.
My name is JP. We finally introduced ourselves.
Yeah, we finally introduced ourselves. Sorry for that little thing at the beginning. Today we're concluding the original Star Wars trilogy. Everybody, that's right. We're talking about Return of the Jedi. Ooh, Return of the Jedi.
Ooh.
Boo, whatever. So this movie came out back in May 25th, 1983.
Well, 3 years after the original. I think they all had a 3 year separation.
No, six years after the original.
No. But like from A New Hope to Empire, then Empire
Oh,
to
it's
Return.
because my bad. It's because you said 3 years after the original. So I was like,
Oh, sorry.
dude, you don't even know how to math. What the? But
If I get
yeah,
3 years of difference in regard, I mean difference to like today. Now there's only 2 years difference between movies. I
yeah.
guess they needed that extra time.
So sometimes like 1 year, if you're like talking like MCU, like MCU, they're
Yeah.
just like one.
Yeah, I
Um,
mean, they probably needed that extra year to convince Han Solo, I mean Harrison Ford, to come back.
yeah, and they probably needed another year for Jabba the Hutt because they had like six people working on him, puppeteering him at the same time.
Yeah, it's gross. The design of Jabba will always be disgusting.
Yeah, but I much prefer him when he's like practical versus when he's CGI.
Oh yeah, of course.
Because in the
It's still better
freaking
than that.
in the New Hope special edition, he looks like garbage. But in this one, I'm like, cool, good job, Jabba. You look gross, but like you look like I can touch you. It's good.
Yeah, but they did that because we mentioned in the New Hope episode, because in when they were filming it, it was actually a human playing
Oh
Jabba.
yeah. And it was like, yeah, they
They
went back
added Jabba. Yeah, they added Jabba like last minute.
because
That's
because
why.
it was a deleted scene, right? And then they afterwards, George Lucas was like, well, I can add them back with CGI.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
It
but
didn't
but
make up like a final cut.
it's so weird because when I watch Empire, I don't notice that many of the special edition changes, and I'm pretty sure like if anybody's watching this episode and if anybody's an expert, they're probably gonna be like, oh, actually, you can see it in this. Whatever. Empire's really good because I can't tell. But in this movie, Return of the Jedi, one of the biggest things that I don't like is in the beginning in Jabba's palace where there's that stupid. There's two stupid aliens that are singing and dancing, and I fucking hate them.
Dude, I don't know
Um,
what you're talking about. They look so real. They have like the best CGI I've ever seen.
no,
I don't know
I
what you're
mean,
talking
no,
about.
like their CGI isn't like that bad. Like
No, it's horrible.
all things considered, it's not that bad. It's not the worst CGI I've ever seen, but it just takes me out of the movie because it's like you have all these like alien honeys basically
Honeys.
like dancing in the background, and then she's the main one, and it's like the fucking stupid lips monster. Like who the hell's attracted to the stupid lips monster and the hair goblin, bro? Like why would I mean, I guess Java is like a pretty gross like slime monster. I mean, that makes
I
sense.
mean, he really can't be, have he really can't have high standards, can he?
Yeah. Do you think Jabba the Hutt has a penis?
No. That well, how
So
do they
what
reproduce?
does he just like a fish? Probably he just kind of like secretes it, like
That's
his
weird.
his
It's
slime,
probably with the tongue, dude. I have some feeling that it's with the tongue. The way he moved his tongue
his
for
tongue. Yeah,
Princess Leia, that was disgusting and traumatizing.
wouldn't I? Yeah. It's pretty gross. I remember like for some reason as a kid, my favorite used to be Return of the Jedi, and I think it's partially because of Princess Leia.
Oh god. Princess Leia is a whole different topic that is a very like topic that people need to address.
Yeah, this movie's
Uh
kind of stupid because like so what was their plan? Their plan was okay. So Han Solo, for the quick reminder for the people that don't remember Empire, Han Solo gets frozen in carbonite, so he gets shipped off to Jabba's palace, right? So that's what we open up. We open up with the main cast, Leia, Chewbacca, the droids, and Luke trying to get Han Solo back. Oh, and Lando. Lando's there too. But like Leia goes in there, she sneaks in, and it's like awesome. You know, she helps out Han Solo, but then she gets fucking captured. And then Luke goes in there, and he's like he also gets captured. So it's like, was that their plan all along, just to like send one person in, captured, send another
Pretty
person in,
much.
captured, and then send your fucking Jedi, captured. And it's like,
I
yep, that's
mean,
all
it
part
was
of the
all
plan.
Luke's idea pretty much. And yeah, I mean, I think his idea was like for first it was C3PO and R2 to get captured.
Yeah.
But like I'm saying, it was all part of the plan, like all of them getting captured because I
Yeah,
mean
but
R2 had Luke's lightsaber all along. So
yeah, for sure. But it's like, couldn't you have just gone in there like Lando, Leia, and Luke with a lightsaber? And I feel like they could have just kicked everyone's ass. Like, not even like
I don't think so.
not even dealt with the Rancor, because like Luke like he falls into the pit, and he fights the Rancor, and the Rancor is such a cool design for a monster. He's like, that's one of the reasons why I love this. Like, I used to love this movie as a kid also, like the fucking Rancor, because I was like, oh, big monsters, hell yeah. But it's like, I don't know, I feel like it's kind of like too long of like a plan to try to act out properly. But I don't know, man. I don't make movies. I just fucking talk about them. I'm
I
a
mean,
fucking
you could just say Luke used his Jedi
sorry.
minds, you know, he made a whole plan. He saw the future, you know. You
Yeah,
know,
I
they don't see the
guess.
future, but they have like, you know,
Yeah,
like a mindset or like how it
yeah,
could
and
go.
it makes for like a really cool scene when Luke actually like gets the lightsaber from R2. I really like that set piece. But it's like, did we really have to go through all that in the beginning? Like
I guess it just really is an elaborate plan, but
yeah.
I mean, Luke isn't really much of a simple guy, I guess you could say.
Yeah. But I do like the interactions with him and like Han and Leia, because it feels like now they're like old friends. Like, there's a part where Han is like, so how are we doing? And Luke's like, oh, just about as usual. And Han Solo's like, that bad, huh? And it's just really cool. Like that. I like that interaction, that banter between them. Um
Yeah, I remember I laughed when I was rewatching it.
yeah,
Uh,
and then there's like Lando and Han also having like that banter. But Lando says Han. He's like Han. He's
yeah,
like
he says Han. I
Han's.
noticed that
It's Han Solo.
it's they always like changing it up. It's Han or Han. They can't make up their
Yeah, well,
mind.
I think Lando's the only one that calls him Han.
I think at one point Princess Leia did call him Han also in Empire, but
Uh,
I can't recall completely.
Probably because she heard Lando be like Han,
Yeah,
and she was like
probably.
Han.
She was like, "Am I saying it wrong?"
But I don't know. I prefer saying Han.
Yeah, I think Han sounds better because if you say Han, it just sounds like ham.
And yeah, Ham Solo, Spider Ham,
No, that just reminded me when the Simpsons movie came out, and
Spider Spider
I would
Pig.
love drawing the spider pig, but for some reason, I had my little notebook and I would draw the spider pig as different characters, like the pig as different
So
characters.
you drew him as
I remember I
Batman?
had, yeah, I drew a Batman, I drew Superman. I think I for sure I drew a Ham Solo one also. But I don't remember which other ones, but I for sure I when I drew Spider Ham, I actually drew him like in a suit, in a spider suit.
That's
Not like Spider Ham, the one we already know, but yeah, like the
like
one that looks like in
yes,
the Simpsons.
Spider Pig. Yeah, Spider Pig, Spider Pig. I remember
Yeah,
when that movie came out, everyone was saying the freaking Spider Pig thing.
yeah, I remember too. I mean,
I haven't seen that movie in forever.
me neither, and I don't want to again.
That's the next movie we gotta talk about now that we talk.
God damn.
Uh, so oh yeah, Boba Fett. Like, what the fuck? In Empire, he's like so cool and mysterious, and in this one, he gets like one shotted. and just fucking falls into the Sarlacc pit.
It's not even a one shot, dude. Han Solo accidentally hits his jetpack and
Oh
it
yeah,
like messes
it's
it up.
yeah, it's accidental, right? It's not even intentional.
Yeah, no, it's
So it's even
Han Solo can't even see.
worse.
He's
It's
blind.
even worse. It's even worse.
He's blind at that moment. He accidentally hits his jetpack and it just goes out.
He's like,
And he just rolls down like so stupidly into the Sarlacc pit. But I mean, I guess they did him justice now with the Boba Fett show.
yeah, for sure.
But
Which I still haven't seen, but I mean, people love Boba Fett. Which for a while I was like, I never understood why, because I mainly remembered him from Return of the Jedi, and it was like
just
barely
dying
like,
so stupidly.
yeah, just him dying, and I was like, okay, like
I mean, it makes sense. It makes
I
sense, like why you think that. But
yeah, I know.
yeah, I feel I'm on the same boat. Like I really don't know
I always
why.
thought his armor was sick, right? Like,
It's probably just because of the look.
yeah, do you remember in high school when we made like that keychain thing
Oh yeah, I remember that.
that
In
we made
on robotics with
yeah,
with Mr. Salcedo.
we
Yeah,
made the
I
Boba
remember
Fett
that.
thing, and
By the way,
uh,
Mr. Salcedo, I don't know you're not listening to this, but if you are, I love you. You'll always be my favorite teacher.
Mr. Sansel, give me a job, please. Yeah, no, but Boba Fett's design is cool. I feel like he's kind of wasted after Empire. Well, obviously now he's like cool.
Yeah, I mean, he really didn't do much in the trilogy at all.
No,
I mean,
like he's
obviously,
like
George, he just came out in Empire, but
yeah,
he just stood there, waited for the bounty for Han, and then took him to Jawas, and that's pretty much all his job.
yeah,
And I guess yeah, the him being a badass like before the Boba Fett show, it was probably just because of his look, because he
yeah.
does have a really cool look, the armor and the helmet and everything.
Mm-hmm. And the
So the
jetpack
Mandalorian
too.
thing,
Like,
yeah, the jetpack. Uh, but yeah, I mean, like I said, the Boba Fett show did do him justice. I just saw episode 5 yesterday. I know Sebastian, you haven't seen it, but it's a really good show for sure. Probably not as good as the Mandalorian,
okay.
but it is really good. And
Then
so
I have
far, I
no
really like
interest
it.
in watching it.
No. It's like right behind it,
Oh,
like
okay.
literally. And also, this latest episode was directed by Bryce Dallas Howard, which, by the way, Bryce Dallas Howard deserves a movie, deserves a Star Wars movie. She is brilliant. I'm not exaggerating. She's such an amazing director for Star Wars specifically,
Cool.
and I'm speaking highly of her
You know her
for a good reason.
You know her dad's a director, right?
Yeah, Ron Howard,
Yeah.
who also directed half of
He directed
Solo. Yeah. But I guess
Crazy.
yeah, she's probably a better
Is
director than
is
him,
that
honestly.
would that be considered nepotism?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Because
Think
like I
about that, Star
said,
Wars fans.
I don't think so, because like I said, Bryce Dallas Howard did an amazing job. She directed a couple episodes for The Mandalorian, which
Mhm.
were all really good, the ones that I remember.
I remember seeing
Yeah.
her name and I was like, wait, like Gwen Stacy?
Yeah.
Like Bryce Dallas Howard?
Yeah, if you don't know, Bryce Dallas Howard is Gwen Stacy from
Yeah,
Spider-Man
and
3,
she's
and also
Claire in Jurassic World.
I don't remember her name,
I
but yeah,
think her name is Claire.
I think she was the director of the park over there in Jurassic World.
Yeah, she's like the science.
The redhead.
Girl, the redhead girl.
Yeah.
And she's also in that one episode of Black Mirror. If you guys watch.
Oh yeah.
If you guys watch Black Mirror,
the one where like they're like obsessed with likes and stuff. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, I get it, guys, because it's like real life, guys. Oh my god, Black Mirror is so good. I don't fucking like Black Mirror. Anyways, let's talk about Star Wars.
Oh yeah, Return of the Jedi. I did mention it before, with the episode with Nikhil and also in the New Hope episode, that I think, in my opinion, Return of the Jedi is underrated. It does have a lot of flaws. Don't get me wrong, but the emotional connection that I have with it,
Yeah,
it just hits home, you know.
I mean, I'm super nostalgic for this movie because like when I was a kid, my uncle lent me his VHS tapes and I saw all of them. And the one I remembered the most was Return of the Jedi. Like that's the one I remember enjoying the most. So I have a lot of nostalgia and sentimental value for this movie. But watching it now, I got kind of bored, if I'm being honest. Like I didn't really like not the pacing. I mean I kind of just thought it was like a little bit too long.
It's only 13 minutes longer than Empire Strikes Back. But I guess it could be the pacing.
I think mainly it's just the pacing, because you have like the Jabba's palace, and then you're on Endor, and then Luke separates for a while. He goes to Dagobah again.
Yeah. He went to go visit the old friend Master Yoda.
Yeah,
Which, by the way, he literally just went to visit him to die.
Yeah, and
to watch
Yoda,
him die.
And I don't know, like I know we were talking about like Yoda doesn't really have like those mannerisms that he has now. In this one, like I kind of got more craziness from Yoda, even though he's like literally on his deathbed.
Yeah, and now he did the more of the talking backwards in this one.
He did more of that, and I was like, that's freaking weird. But I still like his puppeteering. I still think Frank Oz does like a really good Yoda. I thought it was so funny because like you see his ears crinkle, and I'm like, I know that's a puppet, but I think that's so funny because it's like he's like on the bed, he's like he covers himself up. I think that's so freaking funny.
Yeah, it's kind of funny because when you think about it, I mean, it's probably more people, just more than just Frank Oz, but it's like he's moving his entire body, and like a person, but puppeteering only has 2 hands, so like he can do much, but he's like Yoda's moving his whole body, so it's kind of surprising. How good the puppeteering is.
It's really good puppeteering. I just think it's really funny because it's like you see him like cover up, and it's like he's like, but he's like literally about to die. I think that's, I don't know.
I found it so funny.
Probably dark humor because I'm like laughing that this character is gonna die.
Yeah, probably. I find it really funny when Luke tells him like, asks him like, "Oh, is Darth Vader my father?" And then Yoda's like, "I need to take a nap."
No, but he's what does he say? He says something.
He says, "Rest, I must," or rest, I need, or something like that.
But he admits it after a while, anyway.
Yeah, but he's like, he doesn't want to answer it at first. I just thought it was funny.
Yeah, and then later, Luke is like, he asks Ben, he asks Obi-Wan like, was Darth Vader my father or something like that? And freaking Obi-Wan's like, I told you the truth from a certain point of view. And I'm like, no, you didn't. You just fucking lied. I mean, I guess it's true from a certain point of view. Anakin fell, right? He got killed by Darth Vader because Darth Vader took over Anakin, whatever. But I don't know. I think that's kind of bullshit. I think that's kind of lying. What do you think?
Just bending the truth.
Do you think he's
a bent truth is still a lie? Yeah, a bent truth is still a lie for sure.
Interesting.
I mean, part of it, yeah, it's true. I mean, like you said, Darth Vader destroyed Anakin, I guess you could say, but from the inside, not literally, because he can. It's the same person.
Yeah.
But I mean, talking about Darth Vader though,
wait. One quick thing.
What?
In that scene with Obi-Wan and Luke. Excuse me, I'm burping. Sorry. Obi-Wan's like, there is another Skywalker.
Oh yeah.
And she's remained anonymous. And Luke like immediately is like, Leia.
Yeah, because he feels it in the Force.
Right. No, I know, but Obi-Wan's like, God damn it, dude, your fucking intuition is so good.
Gotcha, Luke.
First,
it's funny because like Yoda and Obi-Wan, they know, but they just don't tell him.
Yeah, they're purposely like, no, we're not gonna tell him shit. And then Luke finds out. He's like, hey, is Darth Vader my father? Yoda's like, I gotta die. I'll see you later.
I'm gonna head out. That's what
literally. And then Luke is like, is Leia my, or like, do I like? Obi-Wan's like, you have a sister. Oh, Luke is like, oh, Leia, that's the only girl I know.
Pretty much.
Obi-Wan's like, fuck, dude, you don't know any other fucking girls?
Yeah, leave it to the mystery, man.
The space wizard.
Yeah, they're not that good at keeping secrets, I guess.
No, and it's like, what was the point of keeping it a secret? I get to protect Luke, obviously, right? But it's like,
yeah,
can't you tell him like Darth Vader's your father, dude? You gotta stop him.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of funny when you realize it. I mean, when you realize after watching like the whole trilogy and like also the prequel trilogy, like the way they talk about like the events of Anakin, like it's like kind of cool to think how it all connected. Like what we saw in what they described in the original, like it happened in the prequels.
Yeah,
And
no.
I don't know, I just really like how it connects.
There's this really cool edit of Obi-Wan talking to Luke in A New Hope, and every so often it cuts back to their fight on in Revenge of the Sith, where he's
Yeah,
like, "You're my brother," whatever. And I'm like, that's a really cool edit. Like seeing
yeah.
that and like knowing the context, like it's really cool. It's really emotional. But in terms of like seeing it in the trilogy, like as it plays out, like the original trilogy, sometimes I'm like, what the fuck, Obi-Wan, like, and Yoda, like, what the fuck is going on with you, dude?
Sometimes like the actions are not that natural.
They're just
they're
gaslighting
kind of
Luke.
forced.
They're
Yeah.
gaslighting Luke.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, I can see that,
what
but
were,
yeah,
what,
I really like the whole connecting of the
yeah,
story.
no, it's cool that George Lucas was like, oh, but there's
I think there is an
connections.
interview. I think there is an interview with Mark Hamill in the 90s, or like, no, I think yeah, early 90s, because uh that's when the prequel hadn't come out yet. But I think there is an interview with Mark Hamill saying that George Lucas did have the plans for the prequels, but like different like he explained, like this is like, I'm like remembering this video from like years ago. I don't remember. I haven't seen it in a long time. But he talked about that George Lucas did have the plans for like the prequels and the sequels, and like they would come out, like for example, the prequels would come out in the time that they did, and then the sequels would come out like 10 years later or like 5 years later. Like, but he had it all planned out, and that
Damn.
the way that he described, I think he said like, "Oh, I would be like the Obi-Wan, of in when I return," and it pretty much it kind of happened. Obviously, didn't happen the best way possible, but I remember Mark Hamill talking about that.
Yeah, that's interesting. That's so funny because he was like, nah, never mind. I'm gonna sell Star Wars to Disney. They can do whatever the fuck.
Yeah, because I do remember also that uh Disney did look at the plans that George Lucas had,
Mhm.
and then they were just like, nah. They're like, nah, bro, we got this, don't worry.
I
And they
mean, I
didn't.
would say poor George Lucas, but he got so much money, and like
I
I'm
think
I'm
like
pretty sure
$8
he's
billion dollars, I
I'm
think
pretty sure
something like that.
I'm pretty. Does he still make money off of Star Wars?
I don't know. First, let me look up how much money did Disney give George Lucas? They gave him, oh no, $4 billion.
I mean,
For
that's still
yeah,
a lot of money.
I mean, I remember,
I don't got 1 billion at all. I barely
yeah,
even have $100, guys. Come on,
dude, I don't even have $20 in my bank account right now.
for real, bro. Later today, I'm gonna go buy Pokemon, bro. Like, I only have like $70. That game is like $50, $20 right there.
I mean, yeah, make your money's worth. But okay, so I don't think they are still paying him, because it says that George Lucas retired from filmmaking. So no, I don't think they're still paying him for the Star Wars property. But I mean, 4 billion, that's enough. You don't need to give him more, I
Yeah,
guess.
yeah, I get it.
But
Yeah.
I was kind of mentioned
On top of the money he made before, like the money he had like saved up, probably like that
yeah.
dude, set for life.
Yeah, pretty much. 4
Even
billion, you can
even
make
before
so
he
much with
sold,
that.
probably.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, like you said, 4 billion plus all the money he made from A New Hope and all the originals, and then also the prequels, because he directed also some of them. I don't remember. Did he direct all three? I don't remember.
I think he did,
I don't remember.
but I actually don't know
Whatever. We'll talk about that later.
because I don't like talking about those movies.
Yeah. But anyways,
Sorry, prequel lovers, I don't like them.
I was gonna talk about Darth Vader since we mentioned him. So basically, this whole trilogy, and when you add the prequel trilogy, it is kind of more of the story. Well, it is the story of the rise and fall of Anakin Skywalker.
Yeah,
And
and
this movie,
then the rise again. Of,
yeah, the rise again, the rise, the fall, and the rise again of Anakin Skywalker. Um, and I think this movie brings a perfect close to Anakin's story in regards to, I mean, obviously adding the prequels and then with the original, it adds like the perfect ending to Anakin for in his sacrifice, you know, killing the Emperor and everything. But then they fucking ruined it, and I ruined my camera too. They fucking ruined it with Rise of Skywalker, episode 9. And I'm fixing my camera. They ruined it because they brought Palpatine back, so a sacrifice was for nothing.
Yeah. And one thing I want to say, this is kind of like a jab at Empire too, because, or actually A New Hope. Maybe, I don't know, when does the Emperor come out in A New Hope, or?
No, he comes out in an Empire, but he comes out only as a hologram, and and when the original version of the movie came out, it doesn't look like how he does in Return of the Jedi. If you look at the original, how the Emperor looked, he looked like he had a mask on. Yeah, it's a different dude. And then they added what's his name, Ian McDiarmid. They added his face in later with special effects.
But I was gonna say, I kind of, one of the reasons why I don't like Return of the Jedi now is because I think the Emperor takes away a lot of like Darth Vader's like menace and presence, because it's like in A New Hope, it's like, holy shit, like this dude is fucking insane, you know, like this guy's scary. And then it's like when you find out that Darth Vader is basically, you know, like the second in command to like an old wrinkled ball sack dude, it's like it's kind of like, come on, Darth Vader, you're gonna let yourself get walked around by that guy?
Yeah, it is kind of crazy though, but I mean, when you think about it,
I mean, it works for the story, obviously. Like
it works for
like
the story.
At the end, they like, you know, all that happens at the end, like it works for sure. But personally, I think it would have been a lot cooler if Darth Vader was just the big bad guy. Like that's how much he was seduced by the dark side. And at the end, like he's about to kill Luke, and he like stops, and he's like, "Holy shit, what am I doing?" Like I think that would have been way cooler to me, at least.
I feel you. But when you think about it as you're a person in Star Wars, like you're a character in Star Wars. You see this crazy, insane, evil figure who is Darth Vader, but then again, you think he's the big bad, but then again,
there's a bigger bad.
Yeah, you find out there's a bigger one, the Emperor of the whole galaxy.
I mean, I guess
Star Wars.
Yeah, I guess that would be scary, but I don't know. Like it's crazy because like Yoda's like, beware the Emperor, do not underestimate his strength, and it's like, Yoda, Luke barely trained. You know what I'm saying? So like,
yeah,
if Luke can take this guy on, I guess he needs Darth Vader's help. Never mind. Because I was gonna say, how tough would the Emperor actually be? That Yoda's just like, don't underestimate him, but he's not like outright saying like, dude, Luke, don't fucking fight him. He's gonna kill you.
Well, I mean, Palpatine did fight Yoda in the prequels, so he knows how much power he has.
Yeah, I guess, but I don't like Yoda in the prequels.
Yeah. But talking about Palpatine's power though.
Palpatine fucking lightning shit. Wow.
Yeah, lightning. Imagine how much voltage he has. He's do you think he has more voltage than Electro or less voltage than Electro?
Let's see here.
I would say he has less, dude, because Electro literally turns his whole body into it, you know?
Yeah, Palpatine can barely like kill Darth Vader with lightning.
He doesn't kill him though.
Yeah, that's why I said barely. Like he's like on life support. He's like, oh, but fucking.
He doesn't even kill Luke or anything. Like they just hurt him. It hurts him a little bit. It's like a little shock.
Fucking Electro can become pure energy, so it's like,
yeah,
he can travel through Palpatine's lightning and like fucking shock his balls off or something, probably. I think. I don't know. I think we kind of overestimate Star Wars characters because we're like, yeah, the fucking Force and shit. But it's like, are they really that tough? Like when you think about it, like.
I mean, you fight Darth Vader, dude.
I mean, obviously, I'm not gonna do shit against Darth Vader, but like I'm saying, like they got robot arms and shit. Magneto can just be like, or like fucking.
Yeah, but now you're talking about Star Wars versus MCU or like not MCU, Marvel.
Yeah, but Electro's Marvel.
No, I know. I'm just saying. I'm not saying like they're against each other. I'm just saying who has more voltage.
Oh yeah. Well, probably Electro. I mean,
Yeah, I would say that too.
dude's name is Electro. Like I would
Yeah.
imagine.
Yeah.
Palpatine, like what the fuck does that have to do with
You,
lightning?
you know what I always wondered? I always wondered why Darth Vader can't
Shoot
shoot
lightning?
lightning. Yeah. I mean, they did say he's one of the most powerful Jedis and then also one of the most powerful Siths.
I don't
Why
fucking know.
can't he shoot lightning?
I don't know. Palpatine
I
was
mean,
probably like, I'm not gonna teach you because then you will for sure like probably kill me.
that is true. That is true.
Because does anybody else use lightning? Like
Count Dooku in the
oh
prequels.
Dooku? That's what the fuck. That's weird.
Yeah, I remember. I
Pro-
think
pro-
they're the only ones that use lightning.
Probably that. It's probably because like I don't want to teach anybody else lightning because I don't want
Because I already taught Dooku and that didn't go well.
that fucking little bitch died. I don't know. I think Palpatine. Honestly, I kind of like Palpatine more in the prequels, which is weird because like I
Well, it's
don't.
because you kind of see him
Oh
like
yeah,
turn
you see him
from
more, and you see him kind of like pull the strings because he's like Chancellor,
yeah,
and he's like telling the story. Do you know the tale of Plagueis the Wise, whatever fucking Lord Dump exposition bullshit?
yeah,
Um,
which they said that
sorry if I'm
that's his
swearing too
master.
much, by the way. Um,
Yeah, Sebastian's very passionate about this movie, but in the wrong way.
yeah, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, Palpatine
Poopatine.
Palpatine learned from his ways,
Mhm.
learned from Darth Plagueis, who, if you guys don't know, he was Palpatine's master. And then, I mean, we learned this in the prequels, and especially we learned this in episode
Yeah,
3.
and it's crazy how many like apprentices or like whatever Palpatine had because he had Dooku, he had Darth Maul.
Yeah,
Does
but
Grievous count as a Sith? No, right? He's just a fucking
uh,
droid.
yeah, I don't think he was a Sith. I don't wouldn't count him as a
Yeah,
Sith.
no, he's just a droid. But
Yeah, but
it's weird that in the prequels it's like every movie is a new.
yeah, because it's I read this somewhere, I don't remember where, but I did read the Darth Maul book, with like his origin and then like what happened after Obi-Wan, he fought Obi-Wan and everything. And they talked about the rule of two.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
so the Sith can only have two people in power,
dude.
like
That's
master and
I
apprentice.
yeah I know I was gonna say like that's crazy that the Sith can only operate in two, and then in the prequels there's like so many fucking Jedi and they can't do shit against two
Yeah.
Sith. Like
It's crazy because I mean the
like
master, it's always master and apprentice, but then it's always the fate of the master to die for like to the hands of the apprentice.
yeah, and it's like what the like at that point I would just like if I was a Jedi I would be like what the fuck, why can't we kill the Sith, and I would quit. But if I was the Sith I would be like, well, I don't want to fucking die, so I'd quit also. um if I was in Star Wars I wouldn't want to be a Jedi or a Sith. I think actually that's kind of boring just talking about politics. I'd rather be like with Han Solo and Lando, like just
I mean, that's why the prequels are so hated. I mean, that's why I hate it too, because of all the politics. It's so boring. Don't care.
mhm, mhm.
I just remembered also Snoke used lightning, but for a brief
What the
moment.
fuck, dude? I forgot about Snoke. Like,
Yeah, but then again, Snoke turned out to be Palpatine, so it's like fucking stupid.
dude, are you really?
You don't Do you not remember Rise
No,
of Skywalker?
I just saw that movie once and I was like, I'm fucking done with Star Wars.
Yeah, well,
He was in the tube, right, or something.
Snoke was like a clone or some, like he made clones of, and like Palpatine was like, oh yeah, I've been the voice in, or like controlling like everyone in your path, to Kylo Ren, which is stupid, but whatever. I mean, we don't want to talk about Rise of Skywalker right now. That
No,
movie's
no. That
disgusting.
we'll
Like I
talk about
said, it
that.
ruined it
Oh,
ruined the sacrifice of
oh
Anakin.
no, JP.
What?
I just realized
What?
after this we got to talk about the prequels.
Yeah, it is true.
Oh man.
But we'll take a break from Star Wars for a little bit. We
I,
won't do the prequels right away. Let's just like do a couple movies then, and or maybe one or a couple of movies, doesn't matter. But
yeah.
then
Okay.
we'll come back.
I don't know what I'm least excited for. I don't know if I'm least excited to watch the prequels or Rise of Skywalker. What are you least excited to rewatch?
Least excited? uh Attack of the Clones.
Mm.
I think that's the worst one for sure.
Mm.
Because Phantom Menace, it really, I mean, it's bad, but it redeems itself a little bit because of the ending fight. But yeah, Attack of the Clones, I just hate it so much.
Understandable. Understandable.
Yeah. I mean, we do hate it a lot on Rise of Skywalker, but it's still miles ahead of Attack of the Clones in my eyes, at least.
I think yeah, I would agree.
Yeah.
Because at least you know, like Rise of Skywalker, since it's a bit more modern, I can be like, aha, yes, pretty special effects. Whereas Attack of the Clones, I can be like, oh man, these special effects are like they're kind of dated, you know?
I mean, back then they were the best, but now,
Yeah.
like, well, for all movies, they were back then they were all the best CGI they could
Well,
have.
sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes. I
Sometimes they're
guess.
still like, holy shit. Like I know it's the 90s, but what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, no. I mean, like we said, there's a lot of things that I mean, we mentioned it before. There's a bunch of things in Star Wars that you can hate, but you can also love.
Yeah.
But man,
The
fuck that.
names.
Now, something in this movie, Return of the Jedi, that some people love, but a lot of people hate too, is the Ewoks.
I
What are
fucking
your
hate the
opinion on that?
Ewoks.
Jesus Christ.
You reminded
That
me about the Ewoks. That's I think that's dude, I gotta be honest with you. I rewatching this, like as soon as I got to the Ewok scene, I like the whole middle of the movie, I took out my comic books and I was like just reading comic books. And I was like, fuck that. I'm not watching
letting
the
it play in the
Ewoks.
background.
Yeah, pretty much. I don't like the Ewoks. I think it's the same reason why I don't like porgs. Like they're just there to sell toys. You know what I mean?
Wait, so you don't like what?
The porgs.
Dude, I don't know why your audio cut up for a second. And I thought you said porks. I was like, you don't like pigs?
No. I love piggies. I don't like the porgs from
Yeah, I remember that. But
Last Jedi.
that was just because it's selling toys.
Yeah,
For
and I mean, I get that they have like a place in the story, like Ewoks in this one, but they're still there to sell toys. Like,
yeah. I mean, I mean, what don't you like about them though?
I guess I guess it's just that they're just there to sell toys, and um, they remind me of my brother's dog, and that guy pees on the carpet sometimes when he's here, so that's another reason why I don't like him. I don't know. I just think like in terms of like Star Wars, like you can come up with so many cool like designs for like creatures, and these just feel like teddy bear, like mini like Chewbacca motherfuckers that are like
Yeah,
way
when I was little, I thought that the Ewoks were just baby
yeah,
Chewbacca's,
and
like
to me
baby
they're
Wookiees.
I mean to me they're less interesting than Wookiees.
Yeah, it's true, but I don't know if you've ever played Battlefront 2. There's an Ewok game mode, and it is the most terrifying fucking game mode in a
I
Star
haven't
Wars
played that.
game.
I only played Battlefront the first one.
Yeah, well, so I can explain it. So like Star Wars, I mean to Sebastian that he doesn't know and other people don't know. There's a game mode in Battlefront 2 where you play as a stormtrooper in Endor. It's complete darkness. You don't see anything. You have one little flashlight that you have to turn off every couple like every 30 seconds because it'll fucking like go out of battery or anything. And it's basically Slender Man, the game, but with Ewoks. So you start off with like 5 Ewoks and like 25 stormtroopers in the lobby,
Okay.
and the Ewoks have to kill the stormtroopers.
Okay.
But the Ewoks can see everything for them, and like they're not, it's not darkness for them, so they can see the game perfectly. And they can once they kill the stormtrooper, that stormtrooper turns into an Ewok. So as you can see, there'll be like a domino effect. One will die,
Yeah,
then
it's
other
like
and
it's like those game modes where it's like zombies,
yeah,
where like one person gets infected, basically. No, but that sounds
yeah,
good.
it's basically infected. Yeah, basically.
Yeah, that sounds
And
cool, man. I
and
didn't know that was a game mode in freaking Star Wars.
yeah,
Like Battlefront.
it's actually super fucking terrifying, like because you'll just see like a bush moving and you just start shooting, but there's nothing there or anything, and it's like so because it's in a forest,
Yeah.
and then little teddy bears are chasing you and kill
Imagine
you.
getting killed by fucking gremlin teddy bear motherfuckers.
Yeah,
Um,
I mean,
that's that,
in the game it's fun, but in the movie it's dumb because they hit them with sticks and rocks and
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I think that's one of the reasons I was just like, dude, like these motherfuckers, like stormtroopers have guns and you're getting killed by freaking rocks.
Yeah, and
Rocks
they're
thrown
not even
by
throwing them that hard.
rocks thrown by teddy bears, mind you, like this big. Like I'm against animal cruelty, but I would punt the shit out of the Ewoks.
Oh God, no,
Um,
Sebastian, no, you can't do that.
sorry, I heard something. It's the Ewoks. They're coming for me.
Yeah,
What was
they're
I gonna
listening
say?
to you.
I think it's funny at the end where they win and they're like playing drums on all the heads of like the stormtroopers. I like that.
Do you think the heads of the stormtroopers are still on those helmets?
No, because I don't think it would make that much of a sound.
Yeah, it's true. That's true. That's
It
true.
would just be like boom, boom instead of like ding ding, ding, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, it makes sense. One thing I really did like about the Ewoks, I didn't really like it, but one thing I did find like sweet was when C3PO was telling the story to them,
Oh yeah, yeah.
when he was like telling the whole story, and then obviously we don't understand what he's saying, but we like hear like certain words like Darth Vader, and he does like the voice, and then like the breathing,
Mhm.
and then like he does the lightsaber noises, and he tells the whole story, and I don't know why, like I find that so sweet. Um, how they're like all scared because they've never experienced that.
Yeah. No, yeah, I like that scene too. I don't know if I don't remember watching it last night when I rewatched the movie. I remember that scene
Yeah,
vaguely
it's
though,
a
but it's a nice scene. I like.
yeah, it's a sweet moment. But
I
other
like.
than that, the Ewoks, I can agree. They can be
I like.
a little annoying.
I like Endor. I think Endor's cool. Like obviously, Star Wars
Yeah,
planets.
I think it's in like the where they filmed it. I think it's in California,
Yeah,
if I'm not mistaken.
yeah.
And I
I
really want to visit that someday.
yeah. No, but one of the scenes that I always liked was like the speed, like when they're on the speeders in the forest. I always thought
Yeah.
that looked really cool. I always wanted to play through that, and when I did play that in like Battlefront, I remember just knocking my ass into like trees or something.
Yeah. I mean, I can't imagine being like not having fun on those things.
Mm-hmm.
It's a it's a really fast motorcycle, essentially.
I really like the design of like the stormtroopers. You know the ones I'm talking about, like the ones that don't
Yeah,
look
because
like
they all have different designs
yeah,
now.
they have like different helmets and stuff.
Because I know, like, also we didn't talk about it in Empire, but we saw the snow troopers over there.
Yeah,
I don't know what they're called here, but they do have a cool different design. The ones on the speeders. I wonder what they're called.
I don't know.
Right.
I'm gonna look it up.
Yeah, it's also like kind of weird that they have like the walkers, the not the AT walkers. I think that's what they're called.
They have the ATSTs in this one,
Oh yeah, there you go. The ATSTs.
and these Endor stormtroopers are called Scout Troopers.
Oh, there you go. Scout troopers. Yeah, I like the little design that they have. It's like a cap or something. I can't tell. Uh, but yeah, uh, Sebastian went off for a second there.
Yeah, sorry, it's because I had to turn the fan on because or otherwise you would hear my family.
It's okay. Don't worry about it. It was only a second.
Yeah, I'm
Um,
fast as fuck, like a speeder bike, baby.
yeah, but somebody that we do need to talk about again. We mentioned in the beginning is Princess Leia.
Oh
Princess
yeah, I don't know.
Leia.
She
Uh,
she's a badass like at the beginning, and then she gets captured by Jabba, and it's like It's like, why? Like the suit's iconic and everything, you know, like the slave Leia outfit, which
Yeah, it's the bikini. Obviously, nowadays it's iconic, and a lot of male Star Wars fans are really they wish to see like the woman that they love in that costume.
yeah.
But back then for Carrie Fisher, I can imagine that being super awkward for her, and
Hmm.
George Lucas being like, yeah, just put this on, please. Yeah, it's
Hopefully she wore underwear this time.
I mean that basically is the
Well, I
underwear.
mean, yeah, that's true. That's true. Never mind. Well, one thing that's
Yeah,
super cool about Leia in this is the way she chokes Jabba with
yeah, with the chain.
her chain. I think that's badass. He's just like "Ugh, fucking gross and ugly motherfucking slime monster dying. That's awesome.
Yeah,
And then
it is awesome.
the subtitles on Disney Plus, it's a death rattle. And I was like, that's sick. That's fucking sick. I was like,
Yeah,
how do you know he's
I
dead? You can barely tell. And then the subtitles was like death rattle. I was like, hell yeah.
yeah, it's kind of funny that like George Lucas at first told Carrie Fisher that there was no underwear in space, but then 2 movies later, he's like, "No, you gotta wear this, right? Please."
It's underwear in space.
I can't imagine how uncomfortable that must have been for her. I mean,
I,
especially since everyone else is like, in heavy makeup with the
yeah,
aliens mask, their armors and whatever,
it's
and then she has to wear
crazy.
that.
It's crazy because it's like I'm pretty sure like they had to like tape it down or like do something so that it doesn't move around that much because in like some shots she like moves and
Hmm.
it's like that thing is like flowy, right? But it's like it's weird how it doesn't like
Yeah, because
move
it has. I think they
all the
added that
way.
on the like I don't know what to call it, like
The
the
cloth,
front part. Yeah, the cloth on the front and the back. I think they probably added that because of that.
because it
Like,
was too revealing probably.
yeah, it was probably just too revealing, so they added that on purpose.
And then they probably had to like make sure that it didn't move also.
Yeah,
Because in that one shot she like moves and like just the bottom part is like the part that like flows afterwards. So
yeah,
I mean, hopefully, like that was because like they wanted to make sure it wasn't like too revealing because it's really revealing, even though.
yeah, for sure. I mean, for sure. Carrie Fisher. I mean, like we said, rest in peace for her. Carrie Fisher for
Oh
sure.
yeah, for sure.
Needs to. I mean, she did redeem herself. She was a badass. She killed Jabba,
Yeah,
and
I
she was
think
part of the rebellion.
Leia's always been a badass. She's a badass in Empire, even in A New Hope, and like she's
Yeah,
still.
she's the one like initiating, like when she found like how to escape through the
Mhm.
trash chute and everything. She's like, no,
Like
I'll take care of it. Give me that gun.
like at first she kind of starts out as like a damsel in distress, kind of, but then it's like no, she's like a fucking general. She like leads the rebellion. She's
Yeah,
awesome, and I think that's why Leia is a bunch of people's favorite character, just because she's actually a good character. She's not like
yeah, she's written really well.
she's written really well. She's not like stereotypical, or maybe she could be stereotypical. I don't know.
I
Um,
don't think it's a she's a stereotypical
but I
damsel
don't
in
think
dress,
so.
because like we mentioned, she knows how to help herself. She
Hmm.
can take care of herself.
Yeah, I just meant to say like since I'm a guy, I might not know that much about like how to write female characters per se. But
Yeah,
I think Leia's written like a person, like an actual human being. Like she's not
yeah,
an object.
yeah. I mean, if anyone was to write like a female character, they should base it off how Leia was written off. I think she did. She was written really well. Just don't give her a bikini again, then you'll be good.
Yeah.
Now, also, uh, something what we didn't see uh, was Leia using the Force, obviously, in this movie, but we did see it in the sequel trilogy.
Yeah.
Would you have liked to have seen
Well,
Leia
she kind of
using like that?
uses it because she senses when Luke
Yeah,
is.
she censored it, but
Yeah.
we didn't see her. I don't know, maybe like a hinting that she was gonna start training or anything, because we
No.
didn't know that she trained or anything
Yeah. No.
until the Rise of Skywalker.
I wish I kind of wish we would have seen more of her force in the sequels. I think in this movie it's fine because like Yoda
because it's
is the
kind of
one.
Luke's story, kind
Yeah,
of.
Yoda's the one that's like you gotta teach Leia or whatever. You gotta pass on the
Yeah,
what you
I
know
guess
about
so.
being a Jedi. So it's like Luke first has to deal with like Darth Vader, and they have to deal with the war on Endor. They got to deal with the Death Star, and then so it wouldn't make sense to like on top of all the like the scenes or whatever for them
Yeah,
to
I
like
guess it would have been too much to add.
yeah. But I maybe at the ending you could like Luke could have been like, okay, Leia, like step over here for a second, check this fucking shit out, and like
That feels like the way you're describing it. It feels like it would have been like an after credit scene or something.
yeah, it would have totally been an after credit scene, like if the movie was made now and it was
Yeah,
made by Disney.
for
Um,
sure.
but it would have been so cool if in like a Force Awakens or something, she's like she fucking just like does something with the
Yeah, in the
Force.
sequels, in the sequel trilogy, they just started adding after credit scenes, and that would have been one of them.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, we don't see it until The Last Jedi. That's the first time we see her use the Force.
yeah.
Uh, but I don't know. I mean, it is cool that they mentioned it that she also has it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would have appreciated at least one scene where she did something like more than just like sensing,
Yeah.
But it's whatever. I mean, on top of that, I mean, she's still a badass. She'll always be a
Mhm.
badass, and she'll always be remembered for
It would
that.
have been super cool if Leia was a Jedi too. I think.
I mean, she did turn into a Jedi, but that's because of the Rise of Skywalker. It was a flashback, but whatever.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I'm telling you, man, I don't remember much about that movie.
Yeah, it's good. You don't want to remember that.
Whenever
But
I watch it again, I'm probably gonna forget like as soon as I fucking watch it.
yeah. Now, also, so we're gonna talk about the individual characters. Leia, we talked about Leia. Han, we saw him basically turn from a scoundrel, uh spies whatever spies running, but now he is a general for the
Mhm.
rebellion, and he did it really well, turning himself around.
Yeah, no, it's cool, and I mean, I like that sort of like redemption, but not really because he wasn't like that much of a bad guy. Like he's just
Yeah,
he just plays
he was
both
just kind of
sides.
selfish, and
Yeah.
he learned that, I mean, obviously because he met Luke and Leia, they were his friends, he started caring for them. And yeah, I mean, it is kind of a redemption, but yeah, it's his story. All three characters, and really they all had great writing, and it is a good close to their story. Obviously,
Hmm.
they don't say like Han and Leia got married or anything, but they did. We do know that they kind of just end up together,
Hmm.
and it's kind of funny because they end up together after Han realizes that Luke and Leia are brother and sister.
Hmm. It's so funny when Han is like, I hope Luke's okay or whatever bullshit, and then Leia's like, he's okay, or like he's fine. I can sense him or whatever, and Han's like, oh, I get it. You love him. Well, when he comes back, I won't get in the way. And Leia's like, no, dude, it's not like that. It's because he's my brother. That's why I love him. That's so
Then he just
weird.
had a flashback of them kissing.
Yes, and it happens when Leia kisses him, and
Yeah, he's like, oh my god.
he's like, oh my
He's
god,
like in shock.
he's like, oh my god, I'm kissing Luke.
Yeah, and Leia just totally blocked it out of her memory. She just didn't want to remember that. She didn't address it.
Um, you know what's okay? Never mind. I read this wrong, but on IMDb, like in the storyline, like there's like tags or something, and it says brother sister relationship, and I was like, but then I realized it just meant like brother and sister like relationship as
Sweet home Alabama.
that's what I thought, but no, it just means like brother and sister relationship, not
Yeah.
Sweet Home Alabama.
No, I mean it's nice. I mean, knowing them, finally knowing that they're brother and sister, and then they can finally just get away from that. I mean, they know they ended up happy. They we finally see the ending. But also, we talked about Han and Leia, and now we talk about Luke. Luke finally stepping up and facing Darth Vader.
Yeah, he finally becomes a Jedi.
Finally becomes a Jedi. And Palpatine, he's trying to seduce him, but it doesn't work. Luke's like, no.
Yeah.
Luke takes off Darth Vader's hand.
You know how Palpatine tries to seduce him?
How?
Well,
what are you gonna say?
If I wrote this movie and Palpatine was trying to seduce him, Palpatine would lift up his robe, right? Show one leg, one very smooth leg in fishnets and like a high heel, a very nice high heel. And Luke would be like, holy shit. Luke would be like, I don't know any other girls, so this is like,
I really want you to draw that.
I'm not gonna draw that. I'm not gonna waste my time drawing
that. Leave a like and comment if you want Sebastian to draw Palpatine showing some fishnets.
That's awesome, bro, because we don't get any views or likes or comments on
Yeah, we do. Yeah, don't worry about it. Okay, no. Luke takes off Darth Vader's hand. He sees the
takes off his
hand,
what?
He takes off his head with a lightsaber. The lightsaber that I have, I turned it on last episode, but it didn't work. And he sees the same robotic thing that also Luke has, and obviously he connects with him. He sees it. They're not that different.
Yeah.
And Luke finally throws away his lightsaber, which I don't think he should have.
He's like, you just like me.
He just tosses it, and then that's when Palpatine shoots him with the lightning, and Darth Vader's like, no, and Palpatine dies in the most stupid way.
Yeah,
but
it's so funny because
he's just like,
like,
and it just like falls to his death and explodes. He's probably
still shooting lightning, and so he's like,
yeah, he never stopped shooting lightning. He couldn't control himself.
Dude, that's how you know he's lame as fuck. Wait, bro, can't you fly with the Force technically? Can't you?
No, you can't fly. You can like jump really high.
But can't you like, you can move shit with your mind though?
Yeah, but you can't fly.
But why can't you though? Like,
I don't know. I used to think they could fly too when I was little. I had an Obi-Wan figure when I would play around, and I would be like, oh, I'm Obi-Wan, and then I would be like flying around.
Yeah, me too. That's what I would do with my Anakin. I would be like, woo.
Yeah, I would do the same thing with my Anakin. I would be like, and then I could be like, how can you fly? And then I would be like with Obi-Wan, because of the Force. Wow, it just brings me back so many memories.
Palpatine is super lame. Couldn't even fly. Couldn't even like.
Yeah, I mean, like we talked about, like Darth Vader's afraid of him, but then he's like super lame.
Yeah, couldn't even pull anything like from the ground to like catch his fall or anything. Fucking lame ass Palpatine. Stupid lame. His his design isn't even that cool. He's just wearing a black robe.
Yeah, and then he's wearing like that heavy ass makeup.
Yeah, and the fishnets.
The fishnet
and high heels.
It's canon. It's canon now. Like he's wearing fishnets under the robe. I really don't want to imagine that. But you put it in my mind.
Yes, you do.
No, I want you to draw that. I don't want to imagine that.
I'm not gonna draw that.
Oh God, yeah. But finally, to finish off the movie, Luke finally, not Luke. Anakin redeems himself. He kills Palpatine, but he's about to die.
Yeah,
and he dies, and
he's bald.
He's bald, which, when he takes off his helmet, if you guys don't know, we talked about before David Prowse being the body of Darth Vader, but when he takes off the mask, it's another totally different actor, which I can't remember his name now.
Is it not David Prowse?
No, that's not David Prowse. They used a different actor just for the face.
Oh, his name is Sebastian Shaw. That's his name.
Yeah, another Sebastian.
Or
there you go.
Or I mean, because I know before. Because honestly, I don't remember the end because I know Anakin shows up as a Force ghost.
Yeah.
Is it Hayden Christensen?
Yeah, it is Hayden Christensen.
Okay, because
But that's
before,
because of the edits.
right? Yeah, before it used to be. I'm pretty sure it was Sebastian Shaw.
Yeah, it was Sebastian Shaw. Like when it was Sebastian Shaw in the heavy makeup, that's what we see in the heavy makeup.
Isn't
But then
it?
when he's a Force ghost, it goes back
Oh,
to
okay.
Anakin
So
Hayden
so
Christensen.
so when he's bald, it's also Sebastian Shaw. It's
Yeah,
not.
like
It's not David.
when he's with the mask, yeah, that's Sebastian Shaw.
Okay. So okay. I mean that makes
Yeah,
sense. Because
yeah.
it
I
because
really don't know why they couldn't just put.
David
I mean,
Prowse
yeah,
in.
David Prowse. I mean, he was already there
Yeah, it's
with the
weird. I don't
suit.
know.
I don't know why they chose it that way, but I guess they wanted to make it look a little more like Mark Hamill, but then again, he has a shit ton of makeup on top of him, so it
Maybe.
doesn't make sense. I don't know. It is a weird choice, but then again, Star Wars is a lot of weird choices put together, so it makes sense.
For sure.
Now,
It's so
after
actually it's so funny seeing Sebastian Shaw as like a
I mean,
force.
in the original cut, yeah, it was Sebastian Shaw as a
Yeah,
Force Ghost
yeah, no, I know. That's why I'm like looking back at it. It's so weird because it's like we know Anakin like
as Hayden Christensen.
changed. Yeah, he like changed when he was like younger. So it's weird to see like an older Anakin next to, or like an older Anakin with hair next to Obi-Wan.
Yeah,
That's funny.
yeah, it went like his ghost just went back in time and then came back.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. Now, after that, the death, they gave him the Jedi death with putting him in the fire, his body in fire.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
and we see it was actually uh like I didn't remember this, but when they're doing the ending song with like the victory with the Ewoks. By the way, I really like that song. I don't know why, but it gives me like Native American vibes. Uh, the way the instruments play and everything with the little flute. Uh, but I really like that song. But anyways, it's really nice to see like they went back. That's one thing I do like about the edits, that we saw like all the planets. We saw Coruscant, we saw Naboo. Uh, we saw like the planets from like the prequels, and then also like what we saw Tatooine also,
Mhm.
and like everyone is like cheering on for the that the empire is finally fallen.
Yeah.
And like we mentioned before, we mentioned before, like the Anakin, this is a perfect close to his story. And I think this is maybe like a great, not a perfect ending, but it is a really great ending for the
Mm.
trilogy in itself.
No, I agree. I think it's a really strong conclusion to the original trilogy. Um, it like it's a satisfying ending.
Sure.
I may not think the best of this last movie, but I think it's still a good ending. Like it's still like I don't hate it like at all. You know.
Yeah, for sure. That's why I think the whole thing about me thinking it's underappreciated, it's because of the ending. uh I just love the ending of this movie so much that's why I just rate it higher than other people
Mm,
probably would.
mm.
But
No,
anyways,
no,
talking
that,
about
that that makes sense. I mean, when what I really like about this movie more so, or I guess I used to really like the beginning, uh, and the end, or at least that's
uh-huh.
what I thought I liked. But now I guess I kind of just really like the ending, like
Hmm.
Luke, Darth Vader, and Palpatine, and then like the actual conclusion.
Yeah,
I think that's probably like my favorite part about this
yeah.
movie.
But talking about that's what about my rating, what would you rate about this movie?
What did you give it?
I was gonna give it an 8 out of 10.
Okay. Well, it's because I don't want to be too harsh. I don't know.
No,
I
I
would.
mean, it's your opinion. You want to give it what, like a 6?
Yeah, I was thinking like it's not a bad movie, but for me at least, like it's not that high up there now that I rewatched it.
Mm-hmm.
I still think it's a good ending, but I like Empire and I like A New Hope way more. So it's like a 6 or 7. I think it's just average.
Yeah, I get you. I get you.
Like like like
For
like
me,
for
it's like
sure.
tied with A New Hope.
Yeah, no, I get you. Like for sure, I don't think this movie's like garbage, like dog shit at all. It's
Yeah,
just that
that's another Star Wars movie.
yeah, it's just that I'm like, it's like not as enjoyable to me now. rewatching this, I'm pretty sure later I might have more nostalgia and I might be like, holy shit, this movie's awesome, you know.
Yeah, I get you.
But for right now, I'm like, I kind of didn't like vibe with it that much.
I get you. I mean,
Please,
it's anyone's opinion.
Please don't hate me, Star Wars fans.
Something that we didn't mention.
Don't hate me for this opinion. Hate me for the prequels, baby. That's when I'm a shit on everything.
Something that we didn't mention, but we also didn't see in the movie was Luke building
Darth
his
Vader's
lightsaber.
Balls. I agree.
Oh my god.
We didn't see that.
This guy,
No,
dude.
no.
I'm trying to keep it serious. I was trying to say that we didn't see Luke building his lightsaber, which is a deleted scene.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's a deleted scene. No, I think that scene would have been so cool.
Yeah, I would have loved to see it because we haven't seen in any of the movies. I don't think they ever showed like a lightsaber being
Rey
built.
build her lightsaber?
No, it's Anakin's.
Then why is it yellow?
Oh well, yeah. Well, she built it at the end, but like we never saw the process of building a lightsaber. We never saw it.
Oh, so even in Rise of Skywalker, we don't see the.
No. She did build her own out of the staff, but like, we never saw it being built ever in any of the movies, which I would have liked to see it here because they just showed it.
I agree.
Whatever.
I feel like that would have been so cool. Like maybe maybe when Obi-Wan became a Jedi, he could have built his like in the prequels.
Yeah,
like after episode 1 at the beginning of episode 2 or something, he could have been like with Yoda
or also building it for Anakin
or Anakin building it. Yeah. But it's because Anakin never becomes a Jedi technically. So.
Yeah, I guess.
But I guess he does need a lightsaber. So
yeah,
that would have been way better.
No, he becomes a Jedi, but I don't know actually. We'll talk about that in the prequels.
We'll watch that shit like in 2 weeks.
Yeah, but anyway, guys, that's pretty much the end of the episode. We talked about the whole movie. Like we mentioned, I thought it's underappreciated. Sebastian, not so much, but we still enjoy it. It is a great trilogy, one of the best trilogies ever, probably. It is really high rated. I didn't say, but it is rated at an 82% on Rotten Tomatoes, which is pretty average. It's good. But yeah, I agree with that rating. I think it deserves an 8 out of 10. That's why I said it.
What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I don't think this movie's underappreciated because it's freaking Star Wars. Like I don't think there's any underappreciated. Like
that's true.
Star Wars movie.
That's true. Star Wars is really big, so you can't really underappreciate it.
Yeah, maybe the only underappreciated ones are like Solo and Rogue One because they're not really like.
True, I agree.
Main movies, but yeah, that's the only reason why I'm not like, this who like.
No, yeah, I agree. But anyways, that's the end of the episode.
Yeah, that's it.
We're not gonna keep it super long like last episode with Nikhil. It was an awesome episode, but it was really long.
If you saw it, good job. Thumbs up, like, comment, and subscribe.
Yeah, like, comment, subscribe.
If you're on Spotify, follow. I don't know what's the thing on Spotify. You can't.
Yeah, I don't know either. But anyway, guys,
you can't like, comment, and subscribe on Spotify. I'm sorry.
I think you can give ratings now. I think that's a new feature.
Give us 10 stars, 5 stars. I don't know.
Please give us 5 stars. That really helps us, even if you don't think, but it does help.
Yeah. But if you give us 10 stars and you comment what movie you want to see, we'll totally do that movie. Totally.
Yeah, and we'll do it as soon as possible. Okay.
They can't see what I did on Spotify.
Yeah, no, they can't see that you winked.
Shut up.
All right, guys. No, that's the end of the episode. Thank you guys so much for listening. Thank you guys for watching on YouTube. We really appreciate all the support. We've really grown recently, not that much, obviously, but we're growing slowly there. So like thank you guys so much. Yeah, thank you guys so much for the support. We really appreciate it. We'll love to keep this going on for you guys for as long as we can. But yeah, thank you guys so much.
Until we're old Force ghosts.
Yeah, thank you so much, guys. We'll see you next time.
Thank you, everybody. Bye.